Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to another Your Creative Studio unboxing. I'm doing this unboxing a little bit different this time if you've noticed voiceover Wendy, but I thought it would be fun to tell you guys my thoughts in a little more detail for the items that came in the subscription box, and then at the end do a couple of quick little mini collages with the items from the box. And I will be sure to link all of the info for Your Creative Studio down below if you're interested in trying out a box of vintage themed stationery and supplies. But just keep in mind that the boxes do tend to sell out very quickly, so if you want to get your hands on one, make sure you pre-order the next month's box well in advance. All right, so here we go. All of the subscription boxes come beautifully packaged in a vintage looking print, and make sure you save the packaging because you can use these in junk journals and making collages. That's why you kind of saw that I was trying not to rip it, but I always end up ripping the label off. And a lot of the Your Creative Studio boxes also come with stamps, multiple stamps actually. So that one was a large stamp, and then usually there's like a medium and then some small stamps. So there is a floral theme going on. You can always tell kind of what the theme is on the thank you card. There is always like a little hint or an image on the back, and the whole theme is kind of centered around that. So we have a lot of little flowers here, really cute. And this little paper booklet is actually like vellum paper, and it's all tickets, like vintage themed tickets. And I was really excited because there was a Led Zeppelin ticket in here, and I thought that was really neat. And I actually end up using that in the collage at the end. I think there's also the Beatles in here as well, and a bunch of like, I think bands that I'm not really sure who they are. Probably like German bands, I'm guessing, or European bands. But I really like these little vellum booklets. They're perfect for collaging. And this is also a little vellum booklet, but what's different about this one is there's actually two different images on each page that is perforated so you can tear it off. And there's quite a variety of vintage elements and images in here, lots of botanicals. I think there's some wine bottles and perfume bottles, just really, really beautiful images on these little mini vellum papers. And then the next item is my favorite item of all time from a Your Creative Studio box, and this is actually my favorite box that I've ever received from Your Creative Studio because of this item right here. Well, and I really like all of the botanicals. That's usually my style of art journaling or collaging, and junk journaling is like birds and botanical images. But this little ticket book is my favorite item again in this box, and I just love it. I love all of the images. I think you get a couple copies of each ticket strip, and I will fan these out at the end. I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of the images in here. I just love this thing so much. Very unique. I've never actually received anything or purchased anything quite like this before, but I like how it's all kind of tied at the top so you can fan it out like this. I just thought it was really neat. And again, this is my favorite box if I haven't said that enough times already. Next up, we have this little box of sticker labels. There's a lot of different sizes in here. There's some like small letters and numbers, and then there's some larger ones with space to write on, and I actually end up using one of those as well to journal on. So I think these are perfect for adding titles to like photos or maybe plants. I've used some similar to these in like my plant journals, so I can write the name of the plant on the larger ones, and then like the little numbers are perfect for just adding detail to your art or journal pages. So really love these little boxes of labels. Most of the boxes also come with a roll of washi tape. Not every single box that I've received has had washi tape in it, but most of them have. And they're always vintage themed like everything else in the box. But this one is a botanical print. It has the same like image that's on the back of the thank you card on it. And these always remind me of like the Tim Holtz washi tapes, because of like the vintage look that they have on like the brown background. So really love that I can get some of these unique washi tapes from your creative studio. And next is a sticker sheet. Every box comes with a sticker sheet that ties into the theme. So love all of the flower prints on that sticker sheet. And then these cards right here are like a double-sided cardstock, which is really neat because I like when things are double-sided because I can use them in my junk journals with washi tape to create a hinge, and then I can flip it over. A lot of times journaling cards are blank on the back or like have a white background, but I really like that these have prints on both sides, and very nice quality cardstock. These are kind of slick, so I would suggest using like a Sharpie style of pen on these. Otherwise, I think that the ink would smudge, but really enjoy those. These little packs of Deco Papers are another favorite item from your creative studio. I love all of the different sizes, and they remind me of like vintage wallpapers, like a mini version of a vintage wallpaper. And I love making collages with these. I love all of the different colors, but you see what I mean? They kind of look like they would be in an old house up on the wall. So I really love all of the vintage looking papers in here. And I love all of the different sizes. And I do use these a ton with collaging. Next up, we have a pack of die-cut botanical stickers, and on the back here you can see all of the different types of flower stickers that you get in the pack, and usually there is duplicates in here, like 3 to 4 I think of each sticker style, which is always nice because sometimes I won't use something if I only have one of it. I don't know. I like to collect things, but I also like to use them. So when there's doubles, it makes me feel better, I guess, about using things up in my journals. So really love all of these stickers. Very beautiful little collection here. Next, I have some botanical Deco papers or scrapbooking papers here. Actually, the ones on the left, I was very surprised because these are actually stickers. The whole thing is a huge sticker, which is really neat because the yellow backing kind of like threw me off. I was like, why is the backing yellow? But then I realized it was a sticker, which is, again, really neat because you don't have to use like a tape runner or a glue stick to put these down in a journal because it is already adhesive. So these were really nice. I think there was 6 or 7 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these stickers, and I'm showing that the card is the same image, again, because it kind of all ties in together. The whole box, which is really neat. Amanda does a great job at curating these boxes every month. And then right here, I'm just showing that it is a sticker. Again, really cool. Love that. Now, this package was actually papers. I think they're calling it paper ephemera. I call it deco paper or scrapbooking paper. But again, I like that there is 3 or 4 different copies of each print. It just, again, makes me feel less guilty about using them up. And everything, again, ties in together with the images. I love these hydrangea images right here, and this one has like ferns and flowers on it, but it also, I don't know if you can see it very well on camera, but on a couple of them it looks like there's like vintage writing in the back, which is really beautiful. So love these deco papers and stickers. All right, so here is a quick little recap, an up-close view of everything that came in the box. Very beautiful. And so now I'm going to go ahead and get out a couple of mini notebooks and do a couple of little mini collages with these items from the box. And I got both of these recently from Dollar Tree. This one is like a mini traveler's notebook, really cute. So I decided to do a little collage in both of them. I've been obsessed lately with doing mini collages, and I actually recently did a receipt roll collage video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it for you guys down below. But I'm going to go ahead and speed this video up right about now because sometimes my creative process can take quite a while. And I was also listening to like a true crime documentary. So I was like kind of paying attention to that a little bit. So, and I also don't want to keep you guys here forever. But again, I've been obsessed lately with doing like these mini collages. And what's cool about them is when you're done, you can also tear these out and then use them in like a bigger junk journal. So I'm going to eventually do that and just kind of keep them, my little mini collages, stored in these small notebooks until I'm ready to use them in my larger junk journals. And when I do end up doing that, I'll probably make a video. But you can see I'm just tearing up those papers and I'm kind of just placing them around in different areas and kind of tying everything in together. I don't like to waste any of the papers that I tear off. I like to try to use up every little bit and trying to cover up all of those little lines in the background. And really, there's no way you can like mess up a collage. It's like pretty much impossible because there's no rules to it. Do whatever makes you happy. But I think that's why I love collaging and junk journaling so much, is because I can't mess it up. Now, I might like some of my spreads more than others, or find other spreads more appealing than other art pages that I've done. But that's what I like the most about it, is that I can just kind of be free and I don't have to worry so much about things being perfect. Now, what I will say is that I do like to leave myself some spots to journal in. So that's what I'm doing right here with this label. I can use that as like a journaling spot. And sometimes I do get a little carried away and end up covering up the spot that I wanted to use for journaling. It happens, especially with collaging. You get like really into it and just want to keep adding more and more and more. And that's okay. Again, you can't mess it up because you can always go back and add another journaling spot by using some washi tape and another like journaling card and creating a hinge or like a little door. You can add pockets and tuck things in there. I'm not going to do that in these mini journals just because I don't want to add bulk to these. But I really love all of the elements again in this box. I just think they're so beautiful together. And that's why I really wanted to do a collage at the end of this video so you guys can kind of see how I can use some of these items and what everything kind of looks like mashed together. And right here, I'm just journaling about that this was my favorite Your Creative Studio box. And then I end up adding like my date stamp, and I don't know how many pages I've done so far this year where I didn't change the date to 2022. I think I've been stamping everything as 2021 for like the past 4 months, but I did notice it in this journal spread, so I kind of like crossed it out and put 2022. But now I'm going to go ahead and move on to that even smaller journal. And I really love these because you can tear them out. It makes it super easy, again, to add to a junk journal later. And this one was a little bit more, I guess, time consuming to do because I was trying to keep everything small, which was without cutting it or tearing it too much. And I was also trying to find colors that would kind of contrast against that dark brown background. But I do love this mini notebook so much. And I have like 3 other designs of these mini notebooks from Dollar Tree. And they remind me so much of the Happy Planner because of the style that it's on a disc. And I do have the Happy Planner punch, so I can always go back and punch out these little notches again. But if you don't have a Happy Planner punch and you want to kind of create these little, I guess, notches that go on the discs, all you need really is a hole punch and some scissors, and you can kind of create the same little notches that go on the disc. I used to do that a lot with my planner because I didn't have a Happy Planner punch a long time ago, and that's how I used to do it. I used to add like cards and everything to my journal spreads, so that's just an option. But again, I love this little mini notebook So cute, and something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've been watching a lot of like ASMR, mini journaling on TikTok and Instagram, and I've just been really inspired by that. And I love how this stamp looks right here on that white background. So again, normally I would use that spot to journal on, but I did stamp over it with the stamp, but it's okay. Again, because I can turn this page into a pocket in my junk journal when I go to place it in there, and then I can add a little note card to slide in and out of that pocket. And actually, I just realized I can just journal on the other side of these because they are blank. So again, how I would do that is when putting it in my junk journal, I would just add a piece of washi tape on the left-hand side to kind of make a hinge, like a door would open or a book page. But that is it for this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. It does help my channel out tremendously, so thank you for that. And if you currently aren't subscribed, I would love to have you. And I will link everything down below in the description box, the link to Your Creative Studio if you guys want to snag one of these awesome vintage themed stationery boxes. This one is sold out, but I promise you, whatever box you end up getting, you're not going to be disappointed. I've been receiving these boxes for about a year and a half now, and I've been happy with every single box I've received. And it's always a fun surprise every month when I see these boxes on my doorstep, because I don't know what I'm going to get, but I know it's going to be good. But thank you guys so much again for watching, and until my next video, I'll see you then. Take care.